Welcome back to Baking It Down, presented by the Waffle House Football League. I'm your host, Hayden Tiemann, here for my favorite episode of the season, the Halloween Special. This week, we'll be taking a deep dive into all of the worst performances from across the league. So, let's start the fun off with our first matchup of the week between the Denver Chicken Nuggets and Big Brown Dak. Denver spent big this week with 3 waiver wire pickups, a decision that paid off for them nicely. Big Brown Dak avoided the waiver wire penalty by not grabbing a kicker, as clearly noted by Cam Little's performance of 0 points in their 92.1 to 153.15 loss to the Chicken Nuggets. Next up on our plate, we have our matchup between Raw Sauce Gillette and the Las Vegas Rancheros, where the Rancheros take a tough loss to the hands of Gillette, 113.3 to 159.45. In a similar fashion, Las Vegas elects to play an injured kicker, Matt Gay, to avoid their waiver wire penalty, while Raw Sauce spends $5 adding 2 players this week. Luck would not favor Wisdom of the Shroud in their matchup against the Johnsonville Hot Dogs, as Wisdom's Quentin Johnston went untargeted in their matchup, aiding in their 102.1 to 142.55 loss to the Hot Dogs. Johnsonville's Atlanta defense also put up 0 points in their game, but ultimately this would not matter in their final outcome. Ray Davis had a disappointing showing for the Bitches with 9 rushing attempts and only 16 yards. Boone Valley would lose to Bold Team 107.85 to 119.2. No thanks to Quinshawn Junkins with only 3 receptions for a total of -2 receiving yards. The Houston Happy Endings can't catch a break, falling to my Green Bay Snackers on Sunday night 118.5 to 125.75. Another kicker, Eddie Pinheiro, making his appearance this episode with 1 point this time from 1 extra point made. But the real heartbreak from the Happy Endings would come from the fact that the Green Bay's Broncos players, Bo Nix and Harvey, each had over 24 points, outscoring Houston's Dobbins and Sutton with 15.6 and 10.7 respectively. Lastly, we have our closest matchup of the week, where Sean takes down Show Me. Your TD's Ferguson had just 1 target in a very close 134.85 to 139.45 loss to Standout Team. Despite Cincinnati's defense scoring -4 for Sean, he still managed to pull ahead, getting his 6th win of the season. Now that we've seen what everyone's outcome was, we can take a quick look at what decisions people could have made better in the good, the bad, and the ugly. Our best decision of the week was Brock's Bold Team playing Tucker Kraft, absolutely exploding with career highs in receptions and yards on National Tight End Day. He had 33 points when he was projected 11.4, adding to this 11.35 win margin that he so desperately needed. For our bad options, we have Bijan Robinson, front and center, scoring just 6.7 points when he was projected 23.15. Although he is RB number 3 on the season and was going up against the 5th worst run defense of the year, he was stumbling and fumbling his way throughout the entire game, causing such a devastating difference in point projection and outcome. Other notable mentions for this position include 5.6 points from Baker Mayfield, Christian McCaffrey with only 10.6 when he was projected 22.71, Darnell Mooney with a devastating 2.1 points, and Cincinnati's very notable -4 points. And we have 2 picks for Ugly this week, with the aforementioned Matt Gay and Cam Little both making the starting lineup. I get it, you're saving money, trying not to make waiver wire decisions, especially for a kicker. However, still got you 0 points when you know they would only get you 0 points, making this the most ugly decision of the entire week. Of course, now we got to take a look at our standings after week 8. We can see that the Denver Chicken Nuggets and Sean's Standout Team have not budged an inch over the last 2 weeks, while myself has moved up 2 spots, as well as Raw Sauce Gillette and Brock's Bold Team each moving up 4. Show Me Your TDs falls 2 solid positions, while Boone Valley Bitches fall another 4, and the Las Vegas Rancheros drop 1 spot this week. For the following 4, we can see that each of them fall below our red line, meaning that if in 6 weeks you are still below this line, you will not be making the playoffs and might be facing off in our toilet bowl. These teams are, of course, the Johnsonville Hot Dogs moving up to 9th, the Big Brown Daks taking a deep dive all the way to 10th, Wisdom of the Stroud and Houston Happy Endings hold strong in 11th and 12th. Our Week 9 matchups include Raw Sauce Gillette versus the Houston Happy Endings, the Las Vegas Rancheros versus Show Me Your TDs, the Green Bay Snackers versus Denver Chicken Nuggets, Sean's Standout Team versus Brock's Bold Team, the Boone Valley Bitches versus the Johnsonville Hot Dogs, and Wisdom of the Stroud versus Big Brown Dak. Now for our Game of the Week, which is our 1-seed, 3-seed matchup between myself, the Green Bay Snackers, and the Denver Chicken Nuggets. I'm happily putting myself down for the Game of the Week yet again. I'm hoping to see my team pull through against my little brother, and I'm wishing the rest of you best of luck in the week going forward. Thanks for watching.